game, I guarantee. This fun or what?
This is why you lift all them weights.
Get the popcorn ready. Here we go.
Okay, hey, give me time. We'll hit the touchdown here, okay?
I'm very passionate about the game of football. I love everything about it. I love practicing. I love working at it. I love Sundays.
Peyton Manning, you rock.
When I'm out there playing football, I want every play to be just perfect.
Peyton Manning, just a machine.
And when you win, it's the greatest feeling in the world. There's nothing like it.
You're going, right?
But when you lose, it's the pits. I never liked the guys that said, well, we'll get them next year. It's supposed to bother you. So you need to be intense and passionate about it.
Well, you can spell Peyton Manning MVP today. I'm telling you, he is white hot.
Right here, Hayes, get the record right here, Hayes.
Snap is to Peyton. Protection stays in. He throws the stumping. That's the record breaker. The record they thought would never be broken has been broken.
Peyton, who's your favorite football player, man?
My dad.
Your dad's your favorite football player, too? Well, you're on the right track. You're going to be a football player when you grow up?
I was lucky growing up. I had my hero and my favorite football player right there in my house. He always just included us in everything. He used to take us out to practice on Saturday mornings, and we'd go into the locker room after games and hanging around all these famous NFL football players. It was a unique way to grow up. I think a lot of former athletes really want their kids to do the same things that they've done. But to my mom and dad, that really didn't matter. I think they wanted us just to work hard and to study hard and to be successful at something, whatever that may be. They always just encouraged us to play sports and just to enjoy, but it was never a pressure situation. I think that's still today why I have such a love for the game, why I have so much fun playing football, because of the way he handled the whole situation. Just making it a fun process.
Can't do it.
They're not getting it.
All right, go get him, Peyton. Starting when I was 3 years old, always had a game in the backyard. I'm not talking about touchies, I'm talking about full pads, official uniform. We had lockers in our rooms. We had the national anthem beforehand where we'd sing, and I'm 3, my brother Cooper's 5, so you sing about half of it, then you forget the words and you start just kind of mumbling, and then start the game off. My dad used to film. He had great home videos on camera. They used to say, Peyton, do your 5-step drop. I was a kind of a fat, pudgy kid, and so here I am kind of waddling back doing this drop. But even then I had pretty natural footwork, I guess. I could always pick up a ball and throw it pretty naturally, which I think is why I've had some success at quarterback. But I've always played quarterback, never played any other position. Never played defense, never played special teams. People ask me what position I would play besides quarterback, I just say coach. That's about all I could do. First year I played organized football. I was in the 7th grade. The Newman Greenies. I remember it was a heavy right, roll pass right, and that was a #1 play. It's just sprint out to the right and throw a deep corner route. I ran the option a pretty good bit. I could fake the pitch and turn it up and get downfield back in the day. I used to study a lot of film with my dad. His big thing, he had 2 things. He used to scramble a lot, and he'd sprint right, and then he'd kind of reverse back left. I mean, he'd be 40 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So I did that a few times. I was sprinting right, and nobody was open, and I could have run forward, but it was more fun to kind of run back and scramble around. And the other thing I did is one time I saw my dad, it was a handoff play. He was supposed to give the ball to the running back, but he just kept it himself. So I did that one time. The running play came in, and I just decided I was going to keep it and be like old dad. The coach yells at me, Peyton, run the play. We're not out here making up stuff, but it was more fun the way I did it.
Man, we're going to beat them. They ain't beating us, all right? We're going to win the dang game. Let's go.
That was really the best time I've ever had playing football. I was a sophomore. My brother Cooper was a senior, and he was my wide receiver. I completed about 110 passes that year, and I threw 80 to my brother Cooper. So the other receivers obviously weren't too happy with me or with Cooper. And we had our own signals, our own plays, our own code words and things, and it was really a lot of fun. He was a great receiver, but he was injured in his freshman year at Ole Miss, and so he had to give up football. So I changed my jersey number and wore the number he wore, which was 18. So that's still why I wear 18 today, because I still feel like I'm playing my football for my brother who doesn't have a chance to play anymore. I think about my mom all the time. I think about when my dad retired in '84. I'm sure that she thought football was over. It was just a little delay there before it really started cranking up.
With the first pick of the draft, the Indianapolis Colts select quarterback, University of Tennessee, Peyton Manning.
I think one thing my dad did tell me that helped me out was that you work real hard in college to get to be a high draft choice. But once you get to the NFL, you have to work even harder. If you want to be average at best, but if you want to be a really good football player, you have to do even more. Red 12! Red 12! Hut! Hut! No! That ain't right, is it? Damn, choke it a little bit. Yeah, I think you can overanalyze this game a little bit. I think I called it X-dig, a Y snap, and it should have been H-dig.
Exactly.
It still comes to a point where you're playing football just like you did on the playgrounds or in high school or in college. It's still the game of football that you know how to play. If you overanalyze it, then you can get yourself in trouble.
Did that just happen? It just happened.
That is beyond belief.
It is absolutely beyond belief.
The one thing I always appreciate about Coach Mora is that he always backed me up. In my rookie year, he told me kind of before the season, hey, I know you don't want to struggle, but you are going to struggle. And in a lot of ways, he kind of told me, we're not a very good team. I had some games where I didn't play quite as well, and he easily could have pulled me out of a game. And what he told me was, when you have a bad game, when you throw 2 or 3 interceptions, it's easy to come out. It's hard to stay in the game and avoid throwing number 4.
Back to throw Manning. Look, shoots it long and deep and intercepted.
But it was kind of a gut check time just to keep believing that, hey, something good is going to happen. I don't think you want to have to go through something like that, but if you do, instead of feeling sorry for yourself, you better use it to try to make you a better player. I kind of learned a lot in some of the second halves of those games, even when the game was out of reach.
That is the 23rd touchdown pass. Peyton owns all the rookie records now.
And we fought through that year, and like it's only won 3 games, but at least we competed. You kind of find out about some other guys. Hey, this guy's going to battle for me. This guy will hang with me. I can count on this guy.
Manning looks to throw, pump fake, pumps again, fires to the goal line. Pollard's got it. Pollard, touchdown! Yes! The Colts win! The Colts win! They're going to win! A comeback in the second half!
Our opening game, we played Buffalo, who had beaten us soundly the year before twice.
Fakes to Edger, drops the throw, fires one over the middle, caught, touchdown!
And we opened up with Buffalo at home, beat them 35-14. I remember right then it was, hey, let's do this again next week. This is kind of fun. Beating the team pretty badly, so early on in that season, we knew right away we had a chance to be pretty good. Going from 3-13 my rookie year to 13-3 the following year, still the biggest turnaround in NFL history.
Manning keeps rolls to the right side. He's going to run. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Peyton Manning!
We won 11 in a row that year. That's a lot of Mondays when you're high-fiving, everybody's in a good mood, the plane rides are great. got everybody believing in themselves. Hey, let's don't be the same old Colts that you hear about. Let's be a team that can win in big ball games, and we did that. So that was really a special year.
The Colts have won the AFC East for the first time in 12 years.
Way to go, man. Way to go.
Sweet design, baby.
It's just like, playing Little League baseball. Your best friends are your teammates, and you play together and you win. That's one thing my dad, he said, it's always got to be fun. I mean, you have to work hard, you have to put a lot of time into it, but you can't ever get where you're not enjoying yourself.
I lost my chin strap.
If you're not enjoying yourself, you're probably not doing the right things.
Peyton, I said it would be here.
Where is it?
I knew it was coming.
I'd rather you lose anything but my chin strap.
And we'll get you on it. We'll get you taken care of.
You know how long it takes to mold and fit a chin strap? At least a month.
At least I play.
Y'all fix this yourselves. It's good stuff. The other guys, it's usually doesn't have the flavor to it. I've done a good job today. How much y'all charge? Nothing for free? Woo. Let's go have some fun tonight. Win on three. 1, 2, 3, win.
I've always just had a true love and passion for the game, which I think is why I love this game so much, because I enjoy going to work every day and really just I live for Sundays.
Touchdown! Woo! 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 One more! Hey, baby!
I think quarterback is the toughest position in sports.
Come on back, Pop, come on back.
And the reason I say that is because quarterback's got to know everybody's position.
Easy, easy. Hey, you make the 24 out there. Come on, you make the 24 out there.
And everybody's assignment.
If I point to you, that means I'm coming your way.
There's a lot of times the receiver's going to go, hey, Peyton, what do I have?
An X.
And you want to say, why didn't you study your playbook? But you got to give them the route. You got to tell them what to do. And you got the weather. Basketball, there's no weather. There's no wet ball. There's no wind. There's no snow. There's noise. Your teammates can't hear you. You sure as heck can't hear them.
Stand by him so when I don't hear, somebody tells him, all right? Get back here. Sit down. Flag 30. Watch him out there.
You got time. There's a rush. You don't have all time to call the play, get up there, and
River. Red!
and you got 300-pounders coming at you, trying to tip your ball or trying to hit you.
Watch your blitzes, right? Watch your blitzes, B.A.
And then you got the defensive coordinator over there who's just trying to get into your head by blitzing you.
Score!
You have something called pressure. The pressure that you have to complete this pass, otherwise you lose the game.
Score! Woo! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Blitz our ass again.
So I think those things add up to make it quarterbacking the toughest job in sports. Explode to gun, double right, flip zebra, scat left, wide drag, X hook, F trail, alert, 52, sprint draw easy on 2, ready, break.
Richmond, 96 mirror, 18 Sally, Buffalo, red, 30, shot.
It's part of our cadence. A lot of that is getting the players the play. They're waiting to hear your cadence to see what the play is going to be.
Red, 30, hut.
And then another thing is trying to draw the defensive lineman offside.
Offside defense. You want the penalty?
That better? Yeah, we'll take that.
And whether you draw them offsides or not, at least if they're flinching, if they're edgy, that means they're not going to be quite as aggressive. I mean, sure, you love the 5-yard penalty, but if you get them, maybe they jump a little bit and then you snap it right as they're going backwards, that's when you got them in a good position.
Fires upfield, touchdown Marvin Harrison, and the Colts have that 20-0 lead.
Hey, we're going to use the cadence now, right? We got to use the cadence versus that blitz. Flag, 30.
The snap count is something you have to use to your advantage. These defensive linemen in this league are so quick and so fast, and the good ones, the great ones, they can anticipate snap counts. And so the more you change it up and keep them off balance, the better chance you have of not getting killed.
Picks up the blitz, throws underneath, caught by Reggie Whitney, breaks a tackle, 25-30, first down.
Keep it going, boys. It's a good drive. Keep it going. I'm going to do a dummy 18, but if I might audible. If I audible, I'll use Brown, right? Red, Easy, Brown, right, pistol.
We do so many audibles. Kind of our whole thinking is, let's try to get to the best play right then. I mean, I think the worst thing you could say is, boy, I wish we would have had this play called versus this defense.
Apple, inside. 54.
The defense is blitzing or they're playing a certain coverage where you have a chance maybe to hit a deep pass or to hit a touchdown. Let's go ahead and take advantage of it.
Hey, watch this block by the kid here.
There is a time and a place also to simply call the play and go with it.
I see you, Big Daddy. I see you, Big Daddy.
I guess I like to consider myself kind of a natural thrower. You want to keep the ball up. You want to try to make your release as quick as possible. Try to follow through and finish. Finish the throw. Come on. And we have a high school football camp, and you see all kinds of different passing motions and throwing motions.
That's a good one there. That's a good feet. Smooth. Two hands. That was real good. Y'all see those two? Hey, they had two hands on the ball the whole time. I mean, hey, it looks cool sometimes, and that looks real cool and all that. I mean, at one time, that guy slaps your hand, you fumble, and you cost your team the game. It's not cool at all. Why do you want to retreat and throw so you don't get the you know what knocked out of you, right? That's good feet. That's a good one there.
After a 5-step drop, when you get to the end of your drop, you like to avoid any kind of wasted motion.
That's a good throw. Only thing, hey, try not to pat it before you throw it. You know?
You see a lot of guys that a guy comes open and they pat it one time.
1, 2, 3. You pat it. That might make you a little bit late.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? All right.
You get a hitch in their motion. It doesn't come out, and so I've always been real conscious of that because that's kind of your baby. This is how I throw. I think I throw it pretty well.
Sets, looks, fires to the end zone, open, touchdown! And that is the 100th touchdown throw in Peyton Manning's career, the third fastest of that number in NFL history.
You try to throw a spiral every time because it's easier for the receiver to catch. Although I've thrown lots and lots of touchdowns that have been wobbly balls where I've been on the money, accurate, couldn't have put it in a better spot. And never heard any complaints from the receivers, especially if it's a touchdown. If it's a touchdown, they're fine with it.
I take a lot of pride in my profession, in the position, and feel like I have good presence out there. I feel like I have a pretty good idea what's going on at all times. I try to be the ultimate field general.
Well, you can spell Peyton Manning MVP today. I'm telling you, he is white hot.
Manning will fake to Edgerrin James, drops, looks down the middle, throws it to Stokely, he's got it, 45-50, touchdown, 87 yards, what play, and who's the MVP? You better believe it, Peyton Manning.
I guess I consider myself to be somewhat of a throwback player. I really enjoy learning about the history of the game, about the former players.
Here's Marino, wide open field, throws for a touchdown, and there's the record.
When I joined the NFL, Dan Marino's 48 touchdowns in 1984 was one of the things that jumped out. I said that'll never be broken again. I threw 28, 29, I threw 33 one time, and I felt like I had a lot. The nice thing about that is it turned into a team thing for us. I mean, it's a quarterback's record, but our receivers were excited about it. I think they were running routes even harder, trying to get open, catching the ball and trying to dive into the end zone.
Reggie, did he catch it? Touchdown, Reggie White!
Our defensive players were, hey, we'll get the ball right back for you so you can go out there and try to throw another touchdown. So it really turned into a team thing.
Blitz is on by the Bears as Manning goes to throw, loops it deep to the end zone over the shoulder. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Terrific catch and a terrific throw. Peyton Manning, just a machine.
It was kind of a classic shootout. It was a back and forth kind of game, and I remember in the first quarter I leaned over and said, we're going to have to score every time we get the ball.
Peyton Manning's 48th of the year to James Monroe.
And Peyton Manning is tied with Dan Marino.
Hey, get the record right here, Eight. Right here, Eight. Get the record right here, Eight.
Come on, be record.
Snap is to Peyton. Protection stays in. He throws to Stokely. That's the record breaker. He broke it to Stokely.
I can't think of another throw where I had as good of anticipation as I had on that particular throw in the 7 years I've been playing. I threw the ball a good 2 seconds before Stokely had even thought about breaking for the route. And all of a sudden he turns and the ball is literally right there, right on the money. It's the work in the month of April and May when nobody's around. You work on the timing of those plays and it pays off for you in December.
Number 49, and Dan Marino can take a step back. Peyton Manning's the leader.
The record they thought would never be broken has been broken.
It's nice to say that you did something that nobody else has ever done. To be able to throw 49 in a season is something I appreciate because of the respect that I have for the players that played before me.
I got to talk to Dan. I'm getting all emotional talking to him. I can't believe it. Dan, besides my father, was always my favorite player growing up after my dad retired. And to break his record sure means a lot. And I just really appreciate my teammates. It's been a fun ride, but it's still about the team. Hey, Rock, way to go, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Great job. Way to play with me. Yeah, way to go, man. Way to go, man.